What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Yes, we have quite the topic of discussion planned for this one. And we have a lot of stuff to get done today. But in summary, you guys clicked on this video because of the dually discussion that we're gonna have. I've had somewhat of a conflicting debacle over the last week and a half related what may or may not be the next truck purchase for the channel. But it is a really big deal because there's a lot of options out here, and we gotta make sure that we're vetting out every single one of them before we actually pull the trigger on something. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, but you've been following the channel for a little while, then that just tells me that you're not following Instagram because of one primary reason. You don't have an Instagram. And well, I can't fault you for not following me on Instagram if you don't have one. But everybody else out there that has an Instagram, I'm thoroughly disappointed. I mean, we're like family at this point in time. You guys follow along to this YouTube channel, religiously click and check in on the videos, which I appreciate. I love you guys very much. But you're not following me over there? What are you thinking? Go do that right now. I'm gonna put all that information right here. Hit up DURTYMAX and Enthusiast Apparel while you're there because you can't do one without the other. It's kind of like a left leg, right leg relationship. We move forward with both of them. They depend on each other. But before we get into the discussion, there's a few things going on that we need to talk about. Number one, we're down to less than 2 weeks for your chance to enter for this bad boy and $15,000 cash. This week, 2 times entries are live, but every entry multiplied by 2 doesn't only get you entered for a chance to win the truck and the cash, it also gets you entered to win 1 of 5 prizes. Your entries get you entered for all of that stuff, but they will end here in less than 6 days. Item number 2. Jake is currently down at Peach Bottom Auto Body dropping off the 2020 Denali parts for paint. It's been a minute since we've seen our boy Sean, so, well, let's go see how he's doing.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Peach Bottom Auto Body. It has been a minute since you guys have been here last. I'm trying to think. Would it have been when we dropped off the Ford parts? I can't remember, but I know it's been a while. So, as you saw in the last upload, we completely tore, well, not completely. It wasn't that bad. But we tore the Denali apart in preparation for some love and attention that it's needed for a long time. Let's go find him and harass him for a little bit. Have more work for you is what I have now.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, dude? Welcome back to the vlog. It has been a minute since you were on it last.
I know. It's funny to see you with the camera. I think he called me yesterday at like 8 a.m. and he's like, dude, I got some parts I need for my truck. I'm like, all right, sweet. I think it'll look a lot better with the...
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see those side steps in there actually paint matched finally. And if you know anything about the wheel setup that Jack was running, we rubbed a little bit in the front. And Kelderman has these caps up front that goes right up on the fender. That's pretty cool. 3D printed. It's actually really cool. All right, guys, well, Sean is clearly very swamped in work here, which is a great thing. I guess next step would be...
Number 3. See those lights? They suck. They're terrible. I don't even know why Kubota would put them on a machine. You're better off not having lights at all because they do nothing. I have a solution for that. This will hopefully be a solution for our lack of luminescence. These are direct bolt-up, same size retrofitted LED 3000 lumen lights that I got on eBay. The TL790 LED headlight for Kubota skid steers, plug and play, looks and fits like original limited lifetime warranty. I wanted to get a big light bar like we had on the Caterpillar, but there's a slight issue. You can see that there's this big bracket thing kind of like right here. I don't know what it does, but I do know that it's in the way. So we had to come up with another solution to fit a light up into this tiny little nook, which is the OEM location for the halogen bulbs. So apparently those ones fit up to here with just 2 bolts and a plug. Let's test that theory. Get the right size socket. Oh, and the first try. That is a good feeling right there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all that silence. All right, we got power to the one shitty lamp. Oh, we got one connected. Oh, boys, we got light. Ooh, that's nice. Put the loom back on to make Mark DeCola proud. You know I love you, Mark. It doesn't look any different on camera, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. It's way different. You can kind of see a difference, but not really. All right, now that we know that we work, let's do the other one. Where did I leave it? Is it over there? Yes, in fact, it was. Oh man, thing's in the way. Need another tool. If you're wondering why I'm running, it's because it's supposed to rain here literally any second. Caution, slippery when wet. That was smooth. I got just the spot for you. I wanted to see how well these worked and fit because sometimes you gotta be a little skeptical buying stuff on Amazon. But boys, I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. OEM fit and finish, but increased functionality. Now, I think I'm gonna order another pair for the back. Now, being that I validate a little bit of my insuspicion, so that way we can really see what we're doing. I don't mind operating at night. It's somewhat therapeutic in a way, but very impossible if you have no idea what you're doing. I'm in the Northeast and we are subject to inclement weather. Hopefully we get some snow this year because we didn't get any last year. I especially want more this year because I'm like a 15-year-old in a 30-year-old's body. I wanna play with my big toy in snow. Who wouldn't want to do that? I know we don't want to do that. If you agree, give this video a big thumbs up. But those will definitely help out and lighten up the night, no pun intended. Also, guys, I've been seeing tons of your comments, not only on Instagram, especially Enthusiast Apparel's Instagram, but also in the comments below on some of the previous videos. When I wear this hoodie, you're all like, bring it back. Every time I wear this hoodie, you guys ask me to bring them back. So good news, they're back. Not this design, similar design, but it's a front, breast, and a back print. They only run for the additional prize bonus week. So if you guys want to grab yourself one, now would be the time to do so. No pressure, just wanted to let you all know. Pretty crappy rainy day here in Pennsylvania. I wanted to bring out number 14 because I haven't driven it in about 2 days, but I'm not gonna do that just because it's clean and there's a big video photo shoot tomorrow. I don't wanna get a dirty 4, save myself a little bit of work in advance. I would love to bring 8-ball out, but it's got an exposed filter on the S480. The Corvette's on, I don't even know how they're legal, street tires, the R888. So it looks like we're gonna hang out with old Dirty Delmonico. Almost forgot some essential tools before I left for the shop. Needless to say, I would have been very unhappy if my forgetfulness got me for like the 15th time today. Ah, yes. Oh man, 39 degrees, perfect opportunity to warm things up. Get that heated wheel going and the heated seat. Check out the display on this 5th gen. I still am not used to this thing, man. I am truly thankful to have the wife that I have because she supports me in so many things and cleans my microfibers. We literally gave these to her last night after we left the shop from working on the Denali, and she already had them ready to go for me this morning. Best practice here is always make sure your batteries are charged. Not to state the obvious, but it's just something that's overlooked. And we're gonna be needing this thing here soon for a future project that may or may not involve the headlights on this truck. Here's a quick look at all the prizes that are up for grabs if you decide to enter for the F-250 this week. This is the Pint One Wheel. Hope you guys can use these things to film all the time. And if you want to get a chance to take one home, you gotta get entered this week.
Remember guys, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
It's a sweet apparatus. They move. We ride them around everywhere. Here's the big screen TV that is literally bigger than the TV that I have in my house for my own family's consumption. I have like a 40-inch TV. A 65-inch TV is ridiculous. My wife tried to steal it from us. She thought that it was ours. I had to be the bearer of bad news and say, no, it's actually for you guys. But then she understood because we like to give you guys the best. You never know if you're gonna enter. All it takes is one entry to win, and there's gonna be 6 of you that join the Elite Enthusiast Winner Circle. So if you didn't see the last video, well then here's a quick summary. That we'll be getting some paint match. Anything else that's on the truck will not be touched. These are just those small little mods that go a very long way. Part of me was super excited about the amp research steps. Although I know that they are longer than our sandblasting cabinet, I was excited about unrealistically thinking that they would fit into the cabinet so we could actually blast our first set, but they didn't. This is 60 inches wide. Those are, I think, 84 inches, if I'm not mistaken, from front to back. So yeah, unfortunately that didn't work. And I just realized Jake is a slacker. He needs these to go to paint, but they're here with me, where I don't do paint. Jake, we're gonna have to have a word. Back to the steps though. It's kind of a good thing that I didn't have the ability to sandblast them because we're getting them cleaned, and to maintain that nice texturized finish, which is very grippy, we're just gonna clean them and then powder coat right over them so they still have that same grip, they're just a different color, but with the grip. Now, another reason that I came down to the shop was to clean up this mess right here. Said it before, I'll say it again. Every pickup truck needs a tonneau cover. I don't give a shit about the proper pronunciation or how you prefer to pronounce it. They're just freaking handy, man. Also, before we leave the shop, a lot of you guys have been asking about why I'm just collecting American Force wheels. Well, it just so happens to be that they're all American Force wheels right now, but they might not all be American Force wheels one day. Believe me, it's for a good reason. Be patient. I think you guys will like what I got in store. Now let's talk a little bit about dualies. I actually just finished up a meeting with our good friend over here, Sam King, owner of Lime Ridge Automotive, who is graciously assisting in the hunt for what it is that we're looking for. And it's not this dually, and no, it's not that dually. This is a very nice F450, but this is not the body style that I'm considering. Although it is a very nice truck. I like this color a lot. And then we've got its little brother, F350 over here, same first generation 6.7 Power Stroke, but also not the one I'm looking for. I'm not here to pick up a truck today. Rather, I just wanted to continue this hunt. Back to my comment earlier on in the video, if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you've seen that I've been posting a lot about dualies lately. And I wasn't gonna make a video necessarily about this topic, but the hunt continues, and I felt like it was a great opportunity to keep all of you on YouTube informed as to what kind of antics we're up to this time. Also, just a quick look at that gray F250. I love that space graphite gray color. Super, super nice. And no, it's not that dually either. Also, another squirrel moment. Look at the maroon LML color match with specialty forged wheels on what looks to be a Cognito lift. That's ultimately a red version of the OG, boys. That's pretty cool right there. Paint matched mirrors and everything. Looks nice. So, first things first, yes, we are going to be getting a dually here on the channel soon. I've wanted to build a dually for a very long time, ever since we finished up what was Ron Bergen dually himself, the OG Ron. That was the first and only dually I had ever built, second dually I'd ever really had any involvement with, the first one ever, truly ever, being the original diesel I ever drove in life, which was my dad's 2007 silver 5.9 Mega Cab Cummins. It's been on the channel infrequently here and there. I ever drove and I ever truly actually fell in love with, I ever towed with, I ever modified, I ever did anything with. I should say modified to an extent. He only let me modify it so much. He never really agreed to the big lift, wheels and tires, but I'm still working on it. So yes, anyway, we are hunting for a dually, and we've got it basically whittled down to two specific model year, makes, and models. And that is, we're considering the 2020 Denali DURTYMAX dually, and we're considering the 2020 Super Duty F450. A lot of you guys are like, but bro, what about the Ram? What about the Cummins? Why won't you consider doing a dually Dodge? I think all these trucks are outstanding, but we've got Delmonica right now. It's a really nice 5th gen, and I don't necessarily want to have two almost identical trucks that give the almost identical experience. Although a 5th gen mega cab dually with a short bed would be cool, we're gonna have to save that one for maybe a future instance. So yes, I want to get myself a dually. I just don't know which one yet. Over the course of all these posts, a lot of you guys, I would say a bulk of the 75 to 80% of you have leaned towards F450. So let me share a little bit of my thoughts, because I genuinely whittled them down to either the GMC Denali or the F450, either Platinum or Limited, because I envision the outcome, the byproduct of the modifications that I want to involve on either platform. And I'm just really truly torn, because they're both incredible platforms, and it's just like, how do you pick? So I shared a few posts on my Instagram. It was, one picture was a stock to stock comparison. Another picture was a modified to modified comparison, except the F450 had super singles on the front. And then the third picture was a Denali with super singles up against the F450 with super singles. The super single is your traditional like 22 by 12 or 24 by 12 up front on the trucks, rather than running what would be more of the traditional dually style wheel. In my opinion, it looks far better. Kind of like we did on our good friend Ron Bergen dually. Now this new dually project is one that I'm really excited about, because I haven't done a new dually, and really looking at either the GMC or the F450, I like them both and I can see where I'd want to take either one. I just really kind of wanted to get your feedback, but now I just want to involve you guys in kind of our decision. I still haven't decided. We are actively hunting for both, just to see kind of where the price ranges come in and what is generally available. Right now with the coronavirus, there's actually a massive surplus of demand and not all that much supply, making for finding exactly what I'm looking for a little bit challenging. But that's not gonna stop us, and I have faith in none other than our friends over at Lime Ridge Automotive, who I know will deliver, because that's what they do. If you're looking for something, they find it. And to be honest, Sam and I really enjoy that searching process, because it's somewhat of a hunt. And sometimes the hunt is more the anticipation than the actual kill. So here's the deal. We haven't reached necessarily an outcome quite yet, but I think either direction we go is going to be a good one. We just got finished doing what was a very eye-opening experience, I think, for all of us collectively with my current 2020 Denali, and I love that truck exactly as it is. And then, of course, we've got Dream Diesel Giveaway number 14, which is the Illuma Duty, but it isn't the newest style, and I've never had one of the newer style Power Strokes on the channel. But I currently have a Power Stroke, so either direction I go, which raises confliction with my point earlier about the Dodges, we have one of every brand right now, so I guess we'd be doubling up in one retrospect or another. But I'd like the idea of doing an F450 purely because I think it is the absolute best looking dually on the market that exists today. The wide fender flares, the way that the boxes are set up in the back with the big over fenders that go over what is kind of the single wheel body. I personally like that. If I had to choose a style, it would be that one over what is like the molded body lines of the Dodge and the GMC. Again, just personal preference, but I think it looks really tough. But then again, I see modified GMC dually DURTYMAXs, and I think that with the right mods, again, a very, very conscious effort to buying only a specific set of modifications, you can make them look really good. I mean, honestly, they look way better than they do stock. Stock to stock comparison, I think that the 450 knocks the 3500 out of the park purely because, like, even my truck, when it was stock, the Denali, it really wasn't a looker by any means. But then if you look at a modified F450, it's kind of like, damn, that looks really good too. So I really don't know yet. This is kind of a vlog just as an update. We don't have like a consensus rendered. I did just get off the phone with Sam, not only but a few minutes ago, and he said that he might have found me something that I've been talking about kind of frequently, and it's to the exact spec that I've been looking for, which is cool. I do want to be very selective in this process. I don't want to just pull the trigger on a random dually. If I go one way or the other, there's a specific spec for either manufacturer that I absolutely need to have, no ifs, ands, or buts, and he might have just found one of them. So, guys, if you've commented before, comment again, but drop your comments below. This is the video where the discussion is taking place, and I will be looking at every single one of your comments to see what it is that you guys want me to build. Either way we go, we're gonna get a really badass dually, and we are gonna make it even more badass than the fact that we'll have a dually on the channel, and we're gonna make it really badass. I've never been able to put my twist on a modern day dually, but that time is coming here very soon. Now, on another note, remember I mentioned that we brought all of our t-shirt printing here to Lancaster County? Well, I had to stop by for a quick little meeting, and I wanted to bring you guys along. Take a look inside. Well, it's pretty neat to bring you guys along into some of what happens behind the scenes with enthusiasts. Just want to take a minute to say thank you guys, as always, for the overwhelming support. If I could shake every single one of your hands and say thank you directly to you, I would. Seeing that that's pretty much impossible, I'd like to just remind you of how grateful we are for just how far that brand's come since it started almost 4 years ago. And it's even cooler now, being that we brought all of our printing back to Lancaster, because we'll be able to do some really cool things going forward. But since then, we've run some errands, and I just picked up a packet of information that I'm gonna have to start studying soon. And it's this one. I think some of you guys know what this is. If you don't, this is the wealth of knowledge that it takes to get yourself a commercial driver's license, AKA a CDL. It's been something that's kind of been looming in the distance that I knew that I would need to get eventually, and well, I think the time has come that I start to put my eyes on some of the information in this packet right here, because I can get it, and why shouldn't I get it? I have a pretty heavy skid steer right now, and I could probably walk the line of towing it, but it would just kind of get into that gray area, and I don't really like to operate that way. I'm kind of one of those people that if you're gonna do it, just do it the right way, and there's a little bit of studying involved and some tests, some permits, and the final driver exam, but then you have it, and then once you have it if you need it. So I'll keep you guys updated on that if you really want to know how exciting it is to go through all that stuff. So I would consider your role right now pretty important, because what you're commenting below may or may not render the final decision on the direction that we go with our 6-wheeled beast. I'm really excited about this one, guys. I have a very specific design and style in mind that I want to achieve. It is, in my personal opinion, the only way that you can do a new dually. We're gonna leave it there for now. So that being said, grab some entries for Dream Diesel Giveaway number 14. All those extra prizes and $15,000 cash and a truck, one of which might have your name as the owner. Tap that subscribe button and notification bell on your way out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. We'll see you all in the next upload. God. I'm excited for the end result, but not studying. I thought I was done with that stuff.